Welcome to another episode of the Oxygen Not Included Beginner Guide series, and today I will actually be going over a update that just dropped called Whatta Blast. And normally I only go over the stuff for vanilla, but because so much has been added to the DLC as well, I will go over that as well. But I'll do vanilla first and then return to all of this stuff for the DLC the second half. I would say the main part of this update has to do with meteors. They now have an adjustment in the new game settings. They've also added a new building to deal with meteor showers, which will take a projectile to work, which then means there is a new duplicant skill called pyrotechnics, which we can look at in here. It's at the end of the tidying, so that's where we have the thing to make the blast shot. They've also added a new trait for duplicants. So this one's called the New Rock Fan, and it increases all of their attributes by 3 when there's a meteor shower in progress, which is incredible. Another thing that they've added is to both vanilla and obviously DLC is they have timed blueprint drops. Blueprints being the skins, so the things that can change like a bed to like a car or something. So for example, I have this one which has vials and stuff behind it versus a regular COD. So those are blueprints. They are going to have a routine drop as you play. It resets weekly. Currently, you can get 3 items a week, and you should be able to get it within 6 hours of play. This is something that they say could potentially change in the future. They've also done some changes here in the supply closet. They're going to have a notification if you have blueprints you can claim, and since I've already claimed all the ones available on the website, this is grayed out for me. Here is where you can see the adjustment for the meteor shower. Ooh, Doomsday. Or we can make them not so intense. They've also added a story trait here. The Ancient Specimen, which we'll talk about a little bit more later. So that was kind of like the overview. Now for like the actual details of it. The features that have been added to all versions. The story trait, the playtime dropped cosmetic skins. They've also added more skins in. They've added the meteor blast building and the building to make the blast shots, which you have to use in the meteor blast building, and it'll shoot out meteors. They've added the rock fan trait. They've added the skill for making the blast shots. As for some changes, they've renamed comets to meteors. Meteors can now be destroyed with the sandbox destroy tool, which I'm sure will be useful for some people. The main menu and supply locker now have the notification when you have an unclaimed reward. The check shipments will be disabled if there's none available. They've improved the load gain menu tooltips when trying to load base game saves with the spaced out DLC activated and vice versa. They've also added a little logo for base game saves. And they've adjusted something I can show you here. Let's try this guy. They've adjusted the next recipe toggle. So if we select here, now you can see there's the change recipe, which will help you scroll through here. For the spaced out DLC only features, we now have new meteors, and there is several types. There's ice, snow, oxalite, slime, dust fluff, algae, and phosphoric. For the different types of meteors. They can be found on certain asteroids, but this will not affect existing saves. You'll have to start a new one to get these. There is ice meteor showers, oxalite, uranium, and slimy meteor showers. And they can be seen on the star map traveling to the destination asteroid and can be identified with a telescope. They've added a variety of meteor showers to different asteroids. These meteor showers are less intense and less frequent than those in the base game. The classic start asteroid gets ice, copper, and oxalite. The classic style nearby asteroid gets gold and iron. Spaced out style nearby world without a teleporter will get oxalite. The spaced out style nearby world with the teleporter will get copper, ice, and slimy. Regolith asteroid, they get regolith, ice, and iron. The radioactive ocean will get uranium. Metallic swampy will get slime and gold. Desolands gets ice, and then the frozen forest will get oxalite. As for some changes and improvements, they've changed the name of dupe made ballistics to interplanetary payouts to, I think, avoid some confusions. They've changed the Trailblazer lander and the rover lander to be able to land on one tile and instead of several, which I think will make it much easier to land them. And then selecting an asteroid on the star map now lists all the potential types of meteor showers for that asteroid, which will be good to know. They also did a ton of fixes for all versions. And a couple for spaced out only. So let's go ahead and check out the fossils. I didn't see anything mentioned about this, but I don't feel like I remember the new blueprint icon up here. I don't know if that's just for the sandbox mode or it's in the normal. Okay, so here is one of the ancient specimens. I've discovered a fossilized creature buried under my colony, at least part of one, but it doesn't resemble any of the species we encountered on this asteroid. Where did it come from? How did it get here? And what other questions might these bones hold the answer to? There's only one way to find out. So we need to find the scattered fragments here. Interesting. So I found that guy, and then I don't know if it's because I'm in sandbox mode or if it's just something that'll happen. Some of these things have been highlighted for me. So we have the frozen fossil. Down here in the lava is the petrified fossil. And then we have the amber fossil here. And this one was called the ancient specimen. So you have to gather up all of these parts, put it together, and then you'll get a lot of resources. Looks like some of these are going to be kind of tricky to get to. Like this one has this plant here, which is not great for your dupes. And then you'll have to get all the way down into the lava biome for this guy. So it's going to be kind of a tricky one to complete. But I think it'll be pretty satisfying once you do finish it. So that is everything in the new Whatta Blast update that I wanted to cover. I'm really looking forward to when I'm able to restart this series so that we can explore the story modes in the beginner's guide let's play tutorial thing that I've been doing. But I think I'll probably be waiting to do that until either there's a really big change or until I get further into the late game stuff. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode and looking into the new update. Make sure you check out Klei's YouTube channel. They have a short that they released with the update that's worth watching. So until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.